Welcome back to Cyclones Insider here at MCU Park. I'm Josh Sperber, joined right here by Stu Johnson. After a productive week here with the Cyclones, they've won 2 out of the last 3 games, starting to win some games at home. What are your thoughts on the week?
Well, it was a really productive week for a couple of players for the Cyclones. Gunnar Kynes, the left-handed pitcher, 10 scoreless innings, and he was named the New York Penn League Pitcher of the Week. And then Jose Miguel Medina, the Cyclones right fielder, hit 400, 10 for 25 during the week, including a walk-off base hit against State College. And he was named the New York Penn League Hitter of the Week. And the Cyclones actually hadn't had a position player notch that honor since 2012. So it's been a while, and they got both the pitcher and hitter of the week within the New York Penn League. So that's exciting, and they've won 2 of their last 3. Got a much-needed win on Sunday to avoid the sweep against State College on the big base hit from Medina to walk it off in the 9th, and that was after a very good start from Gunnar Kynes. And then yesterday against Staten Island, a 3-2 win, a well-pitched ball game, and with the tying run at third and 1 out of the 9th, Connor O'Neill able to get 2 huge outs to finish it off. So the Cyclones even up in this series with Staten Island.
Well, yeah, Kynes definitely had the best start that I've seen him. He lowered his ERA to about 2.5. Jose Miguel Medina has been a bright spot. He's been hitting well all season. He leads the team in most major hitting categories, so he's certainly one to watch going forward. Another one to watch will be David Peterson, who the Mets introduced this week as their number 1 draft pick, 6'6" left-hander out of Oregon. He had a great season with the Ducks, setting a school record in strikeouts and twice breaking the Oregon single-game record for strikeouts, notching 17 and 20 on separate occasions. What do you think he's going to bring to this team and the Mets organization?
Well, he is a strikeout guy, as you said, and he actually led the NCAA in strikeouts this year at Oregon, so that's an exciting arm to add. He's not a power pitcher. He's a big lefty with finesse, great command, doesn't walk many, gets a lot of swings and misses. While he's here with the Cyclones, he'll probably only throw 1 or 2 innings an appearance, maybe stretch it to 3 as the summer goes on, because he threw over 100 innings for the Ducks this year, so they're going to have him basically working on a limited basis at his first professional season. But going forward for the Mets, this is a very intriguing arm and a left-hander too, so there's a lot to be excited about with David Peterson beginning his professional career here in Coney Island.
He was definitely one of the guys that the Mets wanted in the draft. They mentioned that him and Mark Vientos were 2 guys they had on their first-round board. So I'm almost as excited as the team is to see him pitch. And I was very excited to be at the introductory press conference that we had for him earlier this week. We're going to show you that right now. You had one of your best seasons at Oregon. You kept getting better every year. How can that experience in college prepare you to pitch at the major league level?
I think it's a huge part. I think the last 3 years have been 3 years of development for me, and I think going to college was huge for me as a player and as a person, and it's definitely a big part of my development. And I'm excited to come in and get ready to go with professional baseball and get my career started.
What do you hope to gain specifically here in Brooklyn from your time playing with the Cyclones?
I think the biggest thing is probably getting a feel for professional baseball and getting used to how everything goes, and really preparing myself to be as good as I can for next year's spring training.
Over the course of your 3 years at Oregon, your ERA fell each year, and so did the amount of walks you had. Is that one of the things that you really worked on over in Eugene?
Yeah, I think after my first 2 years, I kind of really took a step back and asked myself, what did I need to do to get better and be where I wanted to be a top pitcher in the country, and the biggest thing for me was free bases, limiting the walks and the hit by pitches, and really making guys earn getting on base and scoring, and really not giving away anything. Giving my team the best chance to win is what I try and do every time I go out there, and not giving anything up easy and making guys work for the bases and the runs is something that I pride myself on.
David Peterson certainly seems ready to make his major league debut. A fellow member of the Cyclones pitching staff, Marcel Renteria, made his home debut and struck out 4 of 6 batters in 2 scoreless innings to earn his first professional win as the Cyclones took the rubber game against the Staten Island Yankees 3-1. It was a great game. A 2-out rally in the 6th pushed the Cyclones over the edge. Scott Manea and Edgardo Fermin each had RBI singles, and that was the difference here for Brooklyn. Stu, a great game. Good to see their first home series win. What are your thoughts on tonight?
Well, you mentioned Marcel Renteria, and he was really good, and that is a big bounce-back outing for him because his first appearance in Mahoney Valley, it was his first professional outing, and he took the loss, hit the first batter he faced, gave up a couple of base hits, struggled. Today, he was 6 up, 6 down, 4 strikeouts, he was on point, and that's going to be big because he's going to have to pitch in the back end of the bullpen, and they're counting on him to provide some quality innings. Then Cannon Chadwick came in. He pitched the 8th and the 9th, worked around a little bit of a jam in the 8th inning. And then the other thing that stood out is that Edgardo Fermin has really injected some life into this team since he joined the Cyclones earlier this week from Kingsport. And today he got on base 3 times, couple of walks. He had a 9-pitch at bat, and then the base hit to put them in front in that 6th inning. Got a slider on the outside part of the plate on an 0-1 count. He had a big hole on the right side with the first baseman Gomez holding the runner on, and he just shot it that way. Sent it right through the right side. Big base hit with 2 outs. Gave the Cyclones the lead, and for the first time since the 3rd game of the season, Brooklyn has won back-to-back games and won a series, and they did it against the team that has the best record in the New York Pennant League, the Staten Island Yankees. So a lot of positives to build on before this road trip.
Yeah, the Cyclones are starting to build momentum. They're on their first winning streak since the 2nd series of the season against Vermont, and they're hoping to continue that when they go into Connecticut this coming week. Connecticut coming off a 3-1 win tonight as well. They played us tough in the last game. I believe we took 1 from them, and it's going to be another difficult series. Connecticut's been kind of up and down there, around 500. The Cyclones get, like we said, getting on their hot streak. Definitely hoping to carry the momentum from tonight into that one.
Yeah, they're 14-12, and they're a couple games back in the Stedler division. They've been playing pretty well. Good pitching. Offense has been up and down. And it's a ballpark where the ball really doesn't travel much. It's a pitcher's venue. So probably get some low-scoring games as we had in this series with Staten Island. Games were nip and tuck. They were close. Every run mattered. And that'll probably be the type of baseball we'll see at Dodd Stadium the next 3 days as Brooklyn tries to develop a series win into a bit of a hot end of July.
Yeah, I'd certainly like to see that. Would definitely like to see the Cyclones climb up in the division standings. They're currently last in the McNamara division. But the next time you Cyclones fans can see your Brooklyn Cyclones is on July 23rd, which is Touch a Truck Night. All the first 1,500 kids will receive a toy truck, and you'll be able to see some police cars, a garbage truck, whole bunch of fun stuff coming out for that series against the Aberdeen Ironbirds. I know I'm excited to keep on watching Cyclones baseball. Hope you guys are too. For Stu Johnson, I'm Josh Sperber. This has been Cyclones Insider. Have a great night.